Well, starting today, you will not be able to get THC products in one northwest suburb, and that is the active ingredient that gives marijuana its high.
And a new ordinance in Elk Grove Village prohibits tobacco and vape stores from selling any product that contains THC. Joining us now live this morning to discuss the ordinance is Elk Grove Village Mayor Craig Johnson. Mayor, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's start off with, how did this ordinance come about, and why do you think it's so important and necessary?
Well, as these vape shops, smoke shops start popping up in our town, as they are all over the place, there's like a gray area in state law. And so what happened was about 8-9 months ago, we started hearing from parents and hearing from our junior high school that students as young as 11, 12-year-old were walking out with vape 8 plant or vape 8 Delta 8 vapes and also gummy bears that were laced with THC. And the way the law is written, if it's a certain lower level, it's in a gray area. It's not regulated. The FDA has not approved it, but the National Institute of Health, Center for Disease Control and Prevention have all studied it and said it does some very irreparable harm, especially young people. So we decided to investigate. It was a 9-month investigation, and we found that, yes, these were not being watched, not being regulated, and the young people were getting it. So we just had a hearing back in February, heard all the data from the police department. No question, something had to be done. Now, please remember, the dispensaries regulated by the state of Illinois are not part of this. They're very regulated. They have oversight. They are well controlled by the state. We have no problem with that. Matter of fact, our first one's opening up in a couple of months. But these vape shops and smoke shops, they're selling left and right. And we said, we got to put an end to it. And just so you know, and I'm sorry to go on here, but my fellow mayors, I've heard from dozens of mayors saying, thank you, Craig. We've been looking for a way out of this. We've had nothing but problems. So we put this ordinance in place, and we're going to make sure it stays firm.
Well, of course, as you stay firm, you're getting pushback from businesses. We've reported on this. So what limit does this put on what they can sell? And then what's the fine if they violate the ordinance now?
Well, they can sell any tobacco products. The only thing they cannot sell is products that contain THC. And if they are caught, it's a $500 fine for each offense, and they could possibly lose a license. Now, to show you how bad this has gotten, the place that started this off, back in February 16th, we gave them a 30-day suspension. They had to close for 30 days. They opened on March 16th. They've already had 3 more violations since March 16th. Plus, other places have been caught since March 16th. So even though the word got out, we made it publicity, they just don't listen. So we're not going to put up with it. It goes in effect today. We're going to enforce it today. And again, we support the state dispensaries. We don't support what they're doing at these vape and smoke shops.
And Mayor Johnson, you mentioned other mayors of calling you, thanking you for this ordinance you've put into effect. But are you concerned that some people may just go to nearby towns where they don't have a law on the books and get these same THC products?
Well, if the amount of calls we're getting from my neighboring towns, I'm talking towns all around us and further away, Sandwich, Illinois, and further than that. Plus, we're hearing from state legislators. They're looking to close this loophole on the state side. I think very soon we'll be putting an end to this problem and do it the way it should be, in a safe manner, state regulated and oversight, and it works out better that way.
Elk Grove Village Mayor Craig Johnson, thanks for being with us and sharing more about what's starting today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll get ready to see more.